I don't think any progress, any real progress, is going to be made.
Right. What do you think it's going to take in order for the Democrats to win back a lot of the states that were lost and the seats that were lost this coming election?
I think the Democrats need to quit focusing on the far left wing of the party. I think that they need to start having some healthy conversations around African American women, but more importantly, African American men, because they need to shore those folks up to make sure that they come to the poll. Because truth of the matter is, you want to get the group to the poll who votes most in your favor. The top two groups of the Democratic Party are African American women, number one, and then African American men, number two. They're the most loyal wings of that particular party. So I think that they need to start looking at those two groups and asking them what they want, what they need, what's going to be comfortable for those people in those communities to get them back to the polls. I just don't know if the Democrats have it in them. I think that the far left wing of the party, I think that the LGBT community, I think if you try to have some conversations with them, they don't even want to have certain discussions with you about certain things. And there are a lot of people in the party that think that some of the policies in regards to them have went too far, and they don't like them and they don't want to stand with them. And the truth of the matter is, silently, there's a crack there. Number one. Number two, there's a problem that a lot of people in the Democratic Party don't we got some Democrats that are anti-abortion. We got some Democrats that are not fond of LGBTQ to the level of that they're going to. Not saying that there are people in the party that hate that community, but there's some things over on that end of the argument and in their community that some people don't want to rock with, but people are afraid to have the conversation. And I think the Republican Party has done a great job of painting the Democratic Party as the party who cares about that far left wing, and they don't care about the common man. They don't care about the working man, the guy who has a job, the guy that is that needs you to fight for him. And it's not anything about that I would say against negative toward the LGBT community or those people that are for abortions or whatnot. I'm not going to say anything bad about them. But there's some folks that are not going to rock with that. And then there's some folks that say, hey, I get that you're talking about that over there, but when are you going to talk about how I can pay my bills? When are you going to talk about how I can make sure certain stuff doesn't happen at school so that my kids don't get indoctrinated with some of the ideas that they're pushing? Tell me, what are you going to do to help get me out of debt? Tell me what you're going to do to help me be more healthy financially, physically, and emotionally. Tell me people are going to want things. That's human nature. And people are not going to wait until somebody on the far left side of the wing gets everything that they want before they get theirs. And the Democratic Party is going to have to do a better job of negotiating what policies that they're going to take, what stances they're going to take, and how they're going to prioritize these groups of people.
Okay. Republicans made a big brag after the last election that Black men predominantly were basically voting for Donald Trump, probably at a number they hadn't really seen before. But 20%. within the last couple of weeks, they said that primarily African American women have lost their jobs.
And see, this is the thing, and there's a cost. There's a cost associated with being on a losing team, right? And when I say there's a cost associated with being on a losing team, if you're going to vote 90% Democrat, and the Democratic Party does not have a platform that's going to win an election, and you're the biggest voting bloc for the Democratic Party, what do you think is going to happen? They're not going to save your jobs. You're not going to pass policies that are going to benefit you. And so the African American community is in a quandary, especially African American women. They have a lot of jobs. They have a lot of benefits. They got a lot of stuff tied to the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party specifically has been extremely helpful to them the last 15 to 20 years. But with that being said, what if they keep going to the well and the well runs dry and the other side wins, there's going to be consequences. That's why a lot of African American women are losing their jobs, is because the consequences of the election. Policies that supported them are being eliminated, and then that party is just moving away from him and saying, "Look, you ain't gonna vote for me. I'm not gonna ensure policies that are gonna help you keep your job and help you be okay."
In addition, how much do you think DEI played a role with the Black ladies losing their jobs?
I think it played somewhat of a role, but people have to remember what DEI is. DEI is not just for Black women. DEI is for immigrant groups, other ethnicities. They're for women, even white women benefit from DEI. People have this big idea that mostly DEI is for Black men, Black women, and Black men, and then everybody else. It doesn't work like that. Black men don't really share a lot of things coming out of DEI. We're kind of last in line. Black women will benefit from it. White women will benefit from it. Brown women will benefit from it. Other people from other ethnicities will benefit from it before it even gets to the Black man. And about the time it gets to the Black man, the job is gone.